ever stumble upon like those fascinating figures in history, the ones who, are right there in the thick of it, but their own stories are kind of shrouded in mystery. That's exactly what we're diving into today. We're doing a deep dive into Beyond the Book, this video series exploring, get this, the true story behind an historical novel, The Absent Heart. And episode 1, well, it goes us right into this love triangle in Victorian England. And at the heart of it all, Frances Sitwell. Okay, so picture this. Robert Louis Stevenson, the Treasure Island guy, totally smitten with this woman, Frances. But here's the kicker. His good friend, Sidney Colvin, pretty big deal art critic back then. He's in the picture too. And it gets even juicier. We know Stevenson wrote Frances these passionate letters, like pouring his heart out, unrequited love, the whole bit. But Frances, she made him destroy every single letter she wrote back.
Talk about secrecy, right? It's like, what was she hiding?
Yeah.
Why go to such lengths?
Well, the thing is, while it's definitely mysterious, Frances's actions weren't totally unheard of for women in Victorian England. I mean, think about it, those societal norms. Incredibly restrictive, especially if you were a middle-class woman. Your life, your voice. It was often defined by the men around you. So Frances insisting on destroying those letters, it becomes an act of defiance almost, a way to claw back some control over her own narrative in a time when women had very little.
Wow, yeah. It makes you wonder, like, how much of history is actually just his story, right? Like, the stories that get told are from the male perspective, and the voices of women like Frances are silenced or erased entirely.
Exactly. It's a classic case of like history written by the victors. We have
Yeah.
Stevenson's side, all that passion, the unrequited love laid bare, but we don't have Frances's replies. It's like reading half a book and not even necessarily the more interesting half. And that missing piece, that's what makes her story so captivating.
So that leaves us with like a huge question, right? What was it? What sparked those passionate letters from Stevenson? The author of The Absent Heart really digs into this, and it's honestly, it's pretty juicy stuff. Just imagine.